Hey guys, Mom Burning Kid here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? And this is it. This is for you guys. This is my 1000th video. And it's been a long ride, guys, but it's been fun to entertain you guys. So, we're going to jump right into this and not going to waste too much of your time. You guys gave me what I provided, the information for the last vid. Now we're going to get to it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy while I take you on a bumpy but good ride.
The Death and Return of Superman.
The Death and Return of Superman. This was provided by Garland Green. And this guy wanted a remake or a reboot, a revamp of the game Death and Return of Superman. Now, I remember playing this game maybe back when, it was big and popular. I mean, the game really focused more on that whole big story arc, the Death and Return of Superman. You got to play with, Superman, Irradiator, the Superboy, Steel, all those people. It was a side scroll beat 'em up game, if I remember correctly. And um I didn't it was okay, but if they wanted to revamp it or remake it just for, to celebrate like an anniversary or something, uh probably maybe tweak it a little bit for next gen graphics, maybe even tweak it to look more, I guess you could say, more authentic in a way, not the cell shaded cartoony look. Um, none of that the wham pow and bump when he punches somebody or things like that. Uh, but you would know Warner Brothers would do the remake or so. So, um, other than that, good choice, Garland. So let's move on.
Robocop versus the Terminator.
Okay, let's see. Moving on. RoboCop versus Terminator. You guys remember that game? This was also submitted by Garland Green again. Uh, this was a pretty much, I remember, an action adventure game. If I remember correctly, you played with RoboCop and you fought the the other like TX Terminators. Um, it was fun, but yeah, you could really play up this game, really turn this game, and really get a company that would show respect and honor to the RoboCop and Terminator franchises, and just cut loose on this game. Um, if it was me remaking this game, I would definitely want it to be that it was RoboCop and the original and pretty much the Terminator that we all know teaming up to face, I guess, rogue, you know, robots and things like that. Uh, I would really want the Unreal Engine behind this game, definitely. Maybe take a little bit of a darker route with this game a little bit because, with Terminator and RoboCop, both of those series kind of are dark. But that's just a little bit idea of what I would do with it. But another good submit from Garland Green. He has a couple more, um, but uh, not bad for the first two. So let's keep it going, shall we?
Captain America and the Avengers.
Moving. And Garland Green has another edition that he submitted. For his third choice, he chose Captain America and the Avengers. Now, I like that game. I love that game. That game was really fun to play. It was once again another one of the side scroll beat 'em up games. Uh, that Marvel would do a lot. From the Spider-Man arcade game, the X-Men. This one was Captain America and Avengers. I remember playing this game so much. It was just so fun to play. And the problem I had with it was that you only could choose 4 Avengers, or Cap, Hawkeye, Iron Man, and the White Vision. It wasn't the original Vision; it was the white version of him. Um, and it was really fun. Like when you would run on low on energy, Quicksilver would run by and be like, "Thanks, Quicksilver," and it was really fun to play that game. For a remake or re-imaging or revamp of the game, my choice for this, Garland, would be add more Avengers. Pretty much, maybe even add everybody from what's on Earth's Mightiest Heroes right now. But keep Captain America there, um, as well as give it more of a 3D feel to it as well. Um, Pretty much keep it. I can still see it being a beat 'em up game, but more of a, because beat 'em up games are still fun to play. It's not boring. It's not really boring. I mean, some people say beat 'em up games are boring because all it's just button mashing. But it is still a good game to play, and I could really see them revamping this, but keeping that feel of the original game, but just altering it a little bit. Uh, but like I said, keep Cap there, keep the Avengers. Like I said, put the cast that's in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and uh, have them fight many of the Avengers villains. But as for the main villain, for me, the main villain of the whole game should be Ultron or somebody like that. But definitely, definitely, Captain America and the Avengers would be a good remake done right. And as for the studio to do it, pretty much, I guess the studios that have been doing the Marvel games for now, not Sega, because they've been doing the movie games, but I guess Activision or so like that.
Batman and Robin, the animated series
This
video
game,
game.
the last and fourth for Garland Green once again. Um, the Batman and Robin animated series video game. Um, I've never played that actually. Believe it or not, yeah, I've never played that. But I know it was an adventure side scroll game slash beat 'em up. And it pretty much was based on, I guess you could say, the third season of the Batman the animated series, when they finally titled it The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Um, it was good from what I reviewed and looked at it. But that was a game I didn't play. So, but if once again they wanted to re-image this game, uh, give it in the hands of Rocksteady, pretty much, and let them just fly with that. Pretty much, my advice would get everybody who voiced the characters in the original series to come back. I don't care who it is. Get get Kevin Conroy to come back as Batman. You know he would. It's not like he won't, because he loves the role. And so definitely, would I keep it the way it was? No, I would tweak it a little bit. From what I saw of it, and it looks like, I wouldn't say too cartoony, but try to darker tone, like lighter tones to the characters, um, but definitely keep it that way. But once again, like I said, this was a game I didn't really play back in the 90s or so, and it came out for the Super Nintendo. It also came out for the Genesis, and I didn't really play that game too much. Um, and I didn't really have a Super Nintendo when I was younger. Most of the time, it was back then. I was more of a Sega guy, so I had the Genesis instead. And even then, I still didn't get the game. Uh, but good choice though, Garland. Uh, Not bad at all.
Legends of Zelda: Link to the
All right,
Past.
moving on. Yes, You heard what it said. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This game was submitted by two guys actually, SSJ Master Chief and my friend Vis Fedora. Um, any Link game, I'm on board for revamping, reimaging. Uh, for all of the past Link games, I would revamp it, reimage it in the way that they did the last Legend of Zelda game for the Wii. Not Skyward Sword yet, because that hasn't come out yet. The last one, Twilight Princess. Thank you. Uh, that would be the way I would reimage mostly every past Link Legend of Zelda game. Give it that open world feel, uh, where you're still doing what you have to do in like in the original game, but just that whole new open world feel to it. That's the way I would reimage or revamp a the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past game. Love the game. Um, what can you say about Link, man? I love him. So most definitely. So thanks, guys, for submitting that.
DuckTales.
How can you not have a re-imaging of this game? Uh, as you saw in the beginning, SSJ Master Chief submitted this entry, the DuckTales game. Everybody remembers playing that back in the days. Uh, it was really fun. That was a really fun game to play. You only play with Uncle Scrooge in the game, but it was fun. I think they made a couple of games back for the old NES games. Uh, the way I would reimage this would give it more of a feel of an adventure game, like all those games that you see now from uh, Sly Cooper and uh, um, Rayman and Mario and things like that. Give it kind of that kind of feel, but it'll probably be once again under it'll it would be under Disney Interactive Studios. So, but give it a feel and just give it some nostalgic to it. To bring us back to the days of when we all love DuckTales. And I don't think there's anybody I know that did not watch the show, didn't like the cartoon, because I love that show. That's probably one of the best themes in cartoons in the past 20 years. Uh, but it was a really fun game to play. And thanks again to SS Master Chief for that submit. Uh, but it was a good ride to really play that game. So let's move on, shall we?